to the current meta state, meaning that they have so many options right now. Speaking of the support that was released in the burst of protocol. And as I can tell, Themis Gisis is currently on both branded and Magistus engine, which is quite an interesting choice, while Danilo has taken a more direct approach of bringing Dracotail with just branding and not utilizing the Magistus engine.
Yeah, we mentioned this a lot of times. I really feel like there's a lot of different strategies of playing Dracotail, but for sure, like both of our duelists sitting on an X1 record here are proving us that the deck is extremely consistent and can also play differently, honestly. Looking at their main deck and side decks, the approach has been completely different, and yeah, it's gonna be a matter of let's see how impactful, for example, for Themis, the Magistus cards will be, but I really feel like at the moment Danilo who proved to be very consistent players over the past events here just started things off with the very new addition, Fallen of the White Dragon from Burst Protocol. We've mentioned it quite before that alongside with the Ecclesia and the Dark Dragon, it's definitely the new addition that I was looking for.
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting to see top players playing the same deck, but really different approaches. Danilo is also on a heavy count of the Ecclesia cards. Like, he's playing 3 copies of Incredible Ecclesia.
And I mean, when both players are very good at the game, like we have Themis and Danilo right now, you need to take serious every little detail in the match. For example, right now, if I can call correctly from their facial expressions, Themis asked if Danilo will activate something on summon of Cartesia, and Danilo passes priority and then activated the effect of Cartesia.
Yeah, this will be an interesting one for sure. Like, in general, just Dracotail mirror matches are a lot about the interactions, you know. It's a lot of mind games, often guessing what your opponent has. Of course, drawing 5 mana, you know, and a lot of names make things easy, but it's those ends where it doesn't happen that it gets quite complicated.
And right now, we are waiting for Thalion to resolve the effect and what to set with the effect of Mululu, which is limited due to the newest Forbidden Unlimited list. And we spoke about this, Albi, how the Fallen of the White Dragon has impacted the meta and what a huge role plays in the current Dracotail strategy.
Oh, the card itself does so much and honestly gives you easy access also to your package. And I mean, on the other hand, I'm really interested as well about Themis' choices because, for example, they completely took the deck and packed it up with Magistus card, which of course are extremely powerful, but as mentioned, looking at both main deck and side decks, they're completely different decks.
Yeah. And this opening is also quite interesting from Danilo, prioritizing going for more of a grindy approach rather than an all-out, you know, Dracotail field, only having one Dracotail, you know, spell and chop set. But let's see.
You think that he may knows that he's playing a mirror match right now?
Could be the case. Again, they are decently, you know, I would say more than decently known players at this point, and it's also starting to be after the, you know, round 7. There is definitely a chance. And I mean, Danilo has been especially pretty open about what decks he likes to run. So here comes Themis with the Ecclesia of his own.
So Incredible Ecclesia has one also nice effect, which is let you to special summon yourself if your opponent controls more motion than you do. And we see Call by the Graveyard. That is changed to Incredible Ecclesia, the Virtuous.
I mean, that's one of the super impactful one-offs.
And I think that we can send our own Incredible Ecclesia to Call by the Graveyard to bring Albaz maybe. So we can have access to Albaz engine. Or we just let it through to play around maybe a Thrust.
Yeah, I mean, we don't necessarily have to do all that much. The body can still be useful because we have both, you know, Cartesia and our own way of fusion summoning, so might as well just stick in there.
Yeah,
Okay,
And
but
we see
here
a single
comes
copy of
the
Ketu.
one-off, yeah. Ketu. Do we have flame set?
No, the set is
no,
fallen
it's
in the
fallen,
Virtus.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, right. Yeah, that's the known one. Okay.
So we see Cartesia to the effect to Fusion Summon, probably going for, as a single option that I see right now, it is the Secretarian. Yeah, Secretarian Dragon.
Sure. That's like one of the key ways to, maneuver through a mirror match, because usually the, continuous effect is not so relevant, but when you play a mirror match, suddenly the fact that, your opponent cannot activate the effect of special summon dragon or spellcaster monsters, it's a huge deal, because Artalion is the main reason why the deck is successful, just the fusion summoning, getting effects, and then recycling resources. But when that is not an option, it's tough.
Right now, as an option for Themis is probably to find an out Secretarian, like, for example, Mululu or Pan. And
we sent...
he decides not to fusion summon.
Not to fusion. Wow. Ooh, and here we see one of the differences in the two decks, which is this Crowley.
I think that preferably he doesn't want to draw this card though. He wants to set it through Spenta.
Yeah, this is the one of Themis is playing. Definitely not the card he's looking for.
Are you shocked that he didn't fusion summon?
It's weird, honestly. Yeah, not sure.
It's like you can even go for Pan or Mululu, and here comes again
into Gulamel, for example.
another hard drawn Dracotail spell, which is Draw, and this could be the last, push. Let's see.
I mean, I think he still has 5 mana in hand. He starts hit with Ketu.
But the issue is, since we already used the Ketu, Artalion doesn't get us cards back. So we need cards to fusion summon with 5 mana.
And we still have 3 cards in hand, right?
Yeah.
5 mana and 2 more.
It depends a lot on what we have. And here Danilo is gonna call it a day for now and just activate once more this, again, value machine that is the Synchro. And Themis has seen enough. He's not even gonna attempt to... Here they are. Danilo has always been a fan of Effect Failure in the deck, since you can just recycle it with Artalion, and seems like that will be the case this weekend too. But it is Themis on the offense this time around.
I think that Themis is considering his options right now. And again, Incredible Ecclesia has been normal summon this time, since Danilo doesn't have a monster. And Danilo quickly responds with an Ash Blossom, called by the graveyard from Themis side, though, this time.
One each. Yeah.
I mean, fair enough.
It's fair enough.
Yeah. And it just goes to show you how good this new engine is, because I think no one would have predicted an Ash Blossom to be, used on an Ecclesia just a few months ago. But I do think it can make sense, given that just the single Ecclesia now gives you a couple of +1s. So surely Themis needs a little bit more, though. He really is hoping to get away to access the Dracotail cards as well.
But at the time, I think that we will go for the Synchro Summon of Ecclesia.
Oh, never mind.
Speaking
we do have
of the Magistus,
you're right. We are summoning the Zoroa. And this way we are insulating ourselves from what our opponent is going to do. So now we do have hard-drawn Cartesian. That's perfect, because we finally have a way to fusion summon.
And this is the main difference between both of our duelists, that because, as mentioned here, this is something that you don't really see often, but only if you play Magistus card in your Dracotail deck. And quite of a niche addition, honestly. I really like it, and
Yeah.
quite different.
I mean,
you know?
as you can see here, we are going to be using it. Like, this card is phenomenal against the link-based decks, but as you can see here, look at how Themis adapts to the matchup. Because usually when you just equip it a link monster, it shuts it down. But now, by equipping it a fusion monster, it makes it so that Danilo cannot activate the effect of fusion monsters.
Yeah, this is great. It's like a lock, essentially.
Yeah.
It's very powerful, and I feel like Danilo also doesn't have any other interruption here. It's just witnessing Themis doing his combo, and yeah, I mean, we mentioned it. I think this is one of the strategy thanks to which you can give consistency to your deck.
And Spenta has been activated, and I think it is the first time in the stream for this weekend.
This card is amazing, yeah?
And hopefully we can see the true power of Spenta and the whole Magistus engine. So now we probably finally just go to our Ecclesia and the Dark Dragon.
Yeah, the only thing now, we lost out on the fusion lingering effect, let's say, you know, continuous effect of negating. And
I think that we're going to get it back.
possibly, yeah.
Don't forget that Fallen in the Virtuos that we will probably search during the end phase has also a second effect which is very relevant, that if an Ecclesia monster is on the field or in the graveyard, you can special summon any monster from any graveyard. And now accessing our Dracotail engine at last.
Yeah. And it's going to be this Raul. Of course, no Ash Blossom available to Danilo. Do you think there is any chance of Nibiru being in the end for Danilo in this matchup? I mean, he knows that the Magistus are there, no?
Yeah, but at this point I don't think that it might have any implication.
He is playing the card, at least there is that, but let's see. Could be a quick one if he doesn't find a way to interrupt Themis at all, because now we can access possibly 2 traps or just even more value with the Ketu.
Yeah, I think that we haven't added yet 5 mana.
No, not yet.
Yeah, it does make sense to get the Ketu going, and yeah, that's what he's going to go for. Setting this flame, and let's see.
And I think that's 5 mana that he had, probably.
Yes, he did. Got the 5 mana. We still have, again, the chance to access more. Yeah, they're just recapping what has happened, I guess. Yep. I know Themis changed deck last minute. So you never know if this is a decision that can punish you or not, but in this case it's working out decently.
To be honest, he has practiced though Dracotail a lot.
Yeah, I mean, knowing Themis, he wouldn't be one to completely improvise. Are they going through maybe having activated the same Dracotail twice? I don't know what's going on.
And the last time that he changed deck on the spot, it was during the Greek Nationals of last year, which made it to top 4.
Wait. Yeah, we are... I guess...
We're rewinding, I think.
Because, yeah, we need to use... Let's see. Oh, wow.
Oh, we are rewinding here. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it goes a bit deeper than we expected, apparently. Wait.
The good thing is that it is a repayable game state since... so...
Was that in the graveyard?
I think that we fusion some of those two for Arthalion, and Arthalion needs Dracotail and a monster in hand, and we used a monster in the field, Zoroa, and the Dracotail from hand, so we could not access Arthalion at that moment. So we go for Secretarian.
Yeah, bit of confusion here again, maybe picking it up last minute, although you might have experience with it. Maybe all of the lines, and you know, being in person is always a different thing. With such a huge event and then playing on stream, even if you've done it in the past, it's really never easy. It seems like now we're back on track, and finally we can pretty much get to a similar point.
Yes, the only difference is we use the effect of Urgula to go to the bottom and add back from the graveyard one spellcaster Dracotail monster.
It could be that we just go for Arthalion here though, yeah?
Yes. And one more hidden implication is that we have Secretarian on the field right now instead of trying to chain it and summon him through Cartesia, for example, in chaining to.
I mean, it could be even better at the end of the day. Like,
I mean,
you know,
you don't want to have all your resources in the field.
Yeah. Well,
again, the same sequence.
Pretty much the result is the same.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, wasn't changing all that much, and
I think Secretarian has an activate effect, which will be activated right now, to special summon one spellcaster or one dragon from the graveyard, and the other goes to the bottom. So we target Mululu, and as a spellcaster, we have quite an options. So Mululu will be summoned. So right now, in this match, the one thing that have quite cuts between those two very well-known players is that they both try to have more ways to fusion summon on the field in order to pass turn. For example, from Themis side, he has Phimena, he has Cartesia and Mululu in order to fusion summon, and of course the Ecclesia on the field to special summon, for example, a Fallen of Albas from the deck.
yeah, here we use the Mululu to fusion.
While keeping Mululu on the field, which is very important.
And now we can access this Fallen. And yeah, there is no Nibiru. So again, sigh of relief maybe from Themis. I mean, this is going to be a tough one. We have seen players use evenly matched this weekend, a fair amount. And it's mainly for this matchup, and I'm not quite sure that Danilo will be on that card though, especially given he's playing Dracotail of his own. Let's see if he can pull off a masterclass, or if we are just gonna move on to game 3.
This is gonna be very difficult for Danilo, honestly. It's without any other interruption rather than Ash, also having setting in more interruptions. Let's see if he finds a way.
Even super polymerization, these kind of cards are not that popular anymore.
I mean, what is it? Do you use super polymerization?
No, just in general to try and...
There are so many bodies right now and so many ways to fusion summon.
Let's take a look at the end. So he has drawn... Is it both?
Ketu, Rahu,
maybe branded fusion or... No, Rahu.
No, Ketu, Rahu, Lukias, Mululu, and Incredible Ecclesia. So it has quite options.
A lot of engine,
but... And we start with Rahu.
Okay, we know Flame, but...
And also we know Secretarian.
And we go for it.
So Themis activate Flame there in order for...
Of course.
To play around Panor.
You need to protect this Secretarian right now, and he does so.
And I think this is the plan right now.
Here comes...
Just protect the Secretarian.
One of Ketu. This is a huge moment. Ooh!
Oh, okay.
Dragon's Bond, yeah.
Great addition here to Themis deck, something that he's siding in, and on the other side, of course, Danilo must not be happy.
And yes, I think this...
Yeah, here we are. Let's take a look at this openers.
So I'm quite sure that Danilo chooses to go first.
Oh,
and we see Fugalos
okay, not the greatest. Yeah.
In a standby from Themis. It was a play in order to play around Faimena.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if it was in the main phase, Danilo might have Faimena and just chain to the Fugalos activation.
But yeah, this is not quite the case. And I mean, against the previous version of the deck, and especially Danilo's one, Fugalos is not the greatest, I'd say. You can easily give 1 or 2 draws and you are completely fine.
One is enough.
Yeah,
you can give 1, it's okay.
So, let's see. I think he opened
also branded fusion.
So, yeah.
He has branded fusion.
It's branded fusion and we go for it, okay. So Danilo maybe not satisfied with just the 1 draw, but here it is. Themis does not blink. He will get 1 draw off. And I mean, Fugalos, even though again it doesn't give too many draws, is great in Themis deck because of the way he sides. Like getting your hands on cards like the double cyclone or the lightning storm. If you get a second draw, it makes a ton of difference, you know. So let's see what Danilo chooses to do.
And we go for Sanctifier, which is one of the ways that Branding Engine gives to Dracotail in order to play around Fugalos, since you can activate the effects in the opponent's turn to special summon from the graveyard. And we will give another draw in the form of Rahu.
Yeah. And I think Themis can be decently happy about this. Of course, your opponent is still presenting a pretty threatening field, but let's see.
And since we are going to use 2 monsters from the hands with Rahu, it's 100% that he's going for Arthalion.
Yeah, definitely. You do want to respect slightly these side deck patterns where Veilers and, you know, impermanents are there and stuff like this, but I mean, you might as well go for it.
I would like here, instead of Mululu, a Pan maybe, because not only can be bounced back with Arthalion, but also has a third effect in the graveyard that if a monster is destroyed, for example with the effect of Fallen and the Virtues, can provide another body from the graveyard.
That's fair. On the other hand, you can maybe consider summoning back the Mululu during your opponent's turn as an additional interruption.
With Sanctifier.
So, I mean, it's close, I'd say. We do hard draw the Sting, I believe. And in this case, I mean, we're going to get both anyways. You can get the Pan here. And this means that we will have all 3 Dracotail's traps face down.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still gonna make the job done. The main difference, I think, between Danilo's deck and Themis is that Danilo's playing 3 Urgula. So, and Themis is only playing 1.
Wow.
Which, in terms of consistency, I know that Danilo is a fan of playing 3 Urgula.
I mean, if you expect mirror matches, it's really the best when you can open with Faimena, and it's really, really strong. Let's try to pick. Oh, I see the double cyclone in there from Themis. If he can pick up one of these field breakers like Droplet, Lightning Storm, that would be so strong. Because obviously double cyclone is there because you can play around your opponent Flame.
This is the problem with Dracotail. You cannot afford to give him more draws, because if he starts finding pieces of the engine and also side deck options like double cyclone or Forbidden Droplet, it can be really tough to deal with.
Let's see. Again, same start as game 1 from Themis with this Ecclesia, hoping not to get hit caught by the grave once more.
I mean, we kind of have full knowledge because Flame and Horn were set and Rahu, so you can only guess that the 4th spell or trap is probably the Sting.
I would guess so as well. Mind games, you never know.
Imagine if it is called by the grave, for example.
That would be amazing, yeah. Okay, so Themis gets to resolve. And this will it seems like it will be one of those more complicated mirror matches, because again, Danilo doesn't really try to shut down the opponent. He wants to interact a lot, and here he has so many ways to interact with Themis.
I think he's considering which column of Albas will be summoned.
Oh, and we are gonna use this Sanctifier.
So Danilo is pretty sure that Themis only runs one copy of Incredible Ecclesia in his deck, so he's targeting the one in the graveyard in order for Fallen of the White Dragon to lose the target.
I mean, he must know the deck in and out, honestly, especially, you know, Dracotail, though is a Magistus deck, for sure he knows that there may be only one copy, and
he's right.
This is a nice recognition from him.
Ooh, good call. And I mean, this is also quite nice because you can also use it. So I mean,
yeah.
I mean, best of
special
both worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does bring me flashbacks, to be honest. 'Cause oh, okay.
And Spenta.
We do have another Magistus card coming from Themis.
I love the fact that we get to witness how powerful this card is.
No, but Spent itself, it's amazing, and the fact that you can use each effect once per turn, it's great. You can either discard and then banish it as well. It's great.
And we added Crowley that can activate the effect to special summon since he was anti with the effect to Spenta. And we are considering to activate the effect of Incredible Ecclesia, probably to go for Fallen of the Albas. And yes.
Yeah.
So chilling one Crowley to fusion summon, chilling two Fallen of Albas to fusion summon. Ooh, and speaking of droplet, you mentioned.
Wow.
That's huge, because now, as you can see, it seems like Themis is only gonna go for one.
Yeah, because the only relevant right now is only Fallen of Albas,
but
Sanctifier has already activated the effect.
Will Danilo take the bait? He does. He activates that flame, and here we can see the power of this double cyclone. I mean, the reason it works again, and it's such an easy interaction, is that flame only negates on field. So if you chain double cyclone and destroy the spell it was attempted to negate, it will still resolve. And it's a card that now, of course, we have been seeing a little bit in the past few months, but has not seen play for basically 10 years.
So Flames, in order to negate, it needs to have the target on the field, and since double cyclone will destroy the droplet, Flames loses target and will not able to resolve properly. However, I'm curious why we brought Crowley into attack position. We have to?
I don't believe so, no. We can choose to summon it however we want. And yeah, I do agree with you that it's maybe not the greatest of considerations, and I think Themis might have realized this.
I feel like Danilo was really expecting something like the double cyclone being played.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, he must have known that this card is being sided in during the format, and yeah, I mean, this may give Themis also the advantage in this match, because as mentioned, it's all about having resources in the mirror match, and forcing your opponent, you know, with the double cyclone could be huge.
I mean, it's almost the perfect interaction from Themis, you know, the droplet, the cyclone for flame, the 5 mana for the horn, and yeah.
So we summon Ibas, one of the Magistus fusion monsters, that has the effect that during the main phase, quick effect, you can target one other face-up monster on the field, equip this card you control to it.
Yeah, but not only that, if you do it to your opponent, you take the monster. Yeah. So it's a nice way to, you know, get
a snatch.
Yeah.
And now we'll activate the effect of Stink, targeting Spenta and double cyclone.
and we finally resolved one of these, because this is also one of the great way. And yeah, you can see here Danilo is forced to shuffle back a trap, because if all of the trap cards are gone, now it's an issue, because Ketu will be gone forever. So you need to find a way to cycle them. And yeah,
I mean, not ideal to shuffle back one of the traps, but what can you even do? Also, you're hoping to find some sort of interruptions from the top of your deck here with this draw. I think it's looking good for Themis, honestly. Like the double circle for sure gave him some hope.
yeah, the only thing is what is left for him in the end.
So Danilo will activate 5 mana right now.
Yeah, because Danilo still has the 5 mana and 4 cards in hand. Like, it's not like he's done anytime soon.
And of course the Urgula, as Al just mentioned, that Danilo likes a lot of copies of Urgula, since it is a very powerful card in the mirror match to deal with the set spell card.
Not sure what he drew into, but I think he has at least a couple of Lukias in hand, which is not ideal. Maybe he was really looking for something else, but yeah, he's considering his options.
Choosing his options, a lot of powerful ones at that.
Maybe with the Star Source.
I think that we go for Chaos Dragon, yeah.
Yeah.
So chilling one Chaos Dragon, targeting the Fallen of the White Dragon, chilling to Urgula to destroy one spell or trap. He didn't target the eyelashes, he can just change the effect to equip itself to a monster.
Seems like maybe we changed our mind at the last second there, and yeah.
We are debating what to set with Urgula, between Flame or Ketu. But
I
we
also agree.
prioritize
Close
Ketu.
one, but yeah, I think it makes sense just to get it here on the field and have it for the next turn. Well, with this Penta also being gone here, it's let's see what Themis can find, because but
Normal
there's
summon of
another
Spenta.
one.
Wow.
There's another Spenta here, being hard drawn from Themis.
We do have Spenta Grave effect. I mean, the last card in hand, I believe, from Themis is the other white. And with this Magistus Choroso on field.
But use Contact Fusion to summon itself. And we are going to action once again Zoroa.
Indeed. Yeah, it seems like it will really be an upfield battle here for Themis. I guess he's trying his best to pretty much...
I mean, this is the champion mentality, right?
Yeah.
Never give up.
Yeah, here the Spenta gets activated.
yeah, you prevent basically Danilo from activating fusions, but you can still fusion. And then the Dracotails can be activated, so there is that. But not a good look.
So we attack over Sanctifier. And Arthalion. But I think that Danilo has so much resources right now and follow-up. So if he gets a turn, I think that Themis will be in a very...
But you can pop the Ketu.
You can pop it.
So you can pop the Ketu
good.
with the
but
Ninaruru.
You still have Urgula 5 mana in the graveyard.
Yeah.
You have Mululu in the graveyard. You have Lukias in the hand.
And it's true, yeah.
I mean, I know. Of course, you're still gonna try your best.
And
As you have mentioned, champion mentality.
Albion activate the effect to set Fallen and the Virtues.
Oh yeah, Danilo is still sitting on 4 cards in hand, draws into 5 mana. The only consideration, I think,
have
it's...
Ecclesia in the graveyard. We can add it here back in the end phase. Right? Incredible Ecclesia also gets added back when a fusion monster goes to the graveyard the turn back.
It was Themis though.
Also Danilo has one.
Yeah. Both didn't.
Both didn't, yeah.
Both did it, yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And the Rahu that survived through 2 rounds.
No, because maybe actually Danilo doesn't, no? Because he used Themis one. So it's only Themis who had the Ecclesia. No? Danilo stole the Ecclesia from Themis with the Albion.
Yeah, right. Yeah, at the beginning of the turn, yeah.
Maybe he has another copy, but could be. I mean, for sure Themis has one.
Yeah, it was...
yeah, you see.
I made a mistake. It was Fallen for the Albast, the altered.
Yeah.
This way...
But Themis definitely had his own, and yeah, I mean, this is what we were saying. Maybe you cannot activate the effect of the fusions, but one thing is not activating the effect, one thing is stopping from fusion summoning. You can still activate the materials, and here, I mean, Pan just makes quick work of the Magistus, and this is rough, to say the least.
It is the same scenario as Secretarian Dragon. It has the same out and the same logic when going against it. Gulaman will activate the effect to destroy Fallen and Virtues, which will be activated.
That's correct. You just force it out and then you make sure you can continue because Themis is just...
And we activate the second effect to special summon the Sanctifier. I really like this play from Themis.
Okay. The effect we don't really see often.
Now that's why he didn't add back the Ecclesia then. It was all planned. Because he needs to be in the field or graveyard.
Yeah.
Well played by Themis.
Yeah, good find. I mean,
still rough, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean, good catch from Themis for sure. Like,
but we have also Secretarian, so Sanctifier cannot activate the effect.
Good effort for sure by the Greek former champion, but you can see Danilo has played this deck so many times and will just make sure that it doesn't give Themis an opening